maybe? Background. I have played myself like a fiddle. Right. Oh, I wonder if like one of the other characters would just like appeared in here. I have a feeling Candace would have been in here. Right, like you would have had Candace feign death, they would have put him in here and then he would have regenerated like Wolverine. Vroom vroom. Oh no, they're insane! No! I didn't sign up for this. You're meant to hell. Come back. Where did he go? Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, hey Yan, how's it been? You've missed a couple of planets. I'm now on the Leviathan. That's what it is. Yes, Leviathan. And for some reason, I thought it would be a great idea to be T3. I feel like because I just hadn't really played as him, like apart from that one segment where you have to bring him. Okay, well, I need some spikes. And you've only got money, there's no use. Is this full of spikes? Okay, it's not full of spikes, but it has some. I'm gonna try this one. Okay, so they'll fight each other, I guess. Although I already killed one of them, so... Oh! Well. Save me, Joey. No, I quite like the second one. I think the second one's quite good. I think they definitely made a lot of improvements with the combat in the second one. This one's not being too bad. I'm definitely thinking of maybe doing like a second playthrough of this after this one. Maybe just to see like how quick I can play through it and stuff. Not like proper speed. Oh, 100%, yeah. The story in this one's much better. The second one has its moments. I think it was also a little bit rushed, unfortunately. So that was detrimental towards it. Like, there was so much more they wanted to do. And with some mods, you can add some stuff back in, but but no, some of the characters on it are I mean, these are not going to help me unless am I going to get a mission soon? Like anyone. But yeah, like I found the characters in this one to be like the characters in this one I found a little lacking almost. Like I do not find Karth endearing. I find him and Bastila as well. Like I don't understand why I don't want to help Bastila. She's just a bit annoying. Mission's alright, but I feel like after Taris, Mission just sort of disappeared. Zalbar is also a bit of a non-entity. Like, I went to Kashyyyk, that's meant to be his thing, right? And they go, right, well, Zalbar's removed from the party while you deal with all the Kashyyyk stuff. Why do that? I feel... yeah, it doesn't seem right to me. Like, Juhani seems to be the most... where did... rescue them from where? Oh, detention, I guess. Yeah, so, yeah, they broke, so they weren't moving anymore, and I couldn't talk to them, and they weren't triggering things. It was very bizarre. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Hopefully, they'll be fixed after this. I have no idea why I turned that droid on. I gained nothing from it. That's one of the problems I find with this game. Stuff like that. Like, repairing these droids helps for like 1 or 2 fights, and for the most part, not at all after that.
Our equipment should be in a storage chamber just through the north doors. After we grab our stuff, we need to get to the main bridge controls. The bridge is the only place that we can open the docking gates of the hangar where they've got the Ebon Hawk. We have to open those gates before we can fly out of here.
We better get moving. I can feel the darkness of Malak's presence approaching.
Hi, Candace.
I don't want to be here when he arrives. None of us is a match for the Sith Lord.
Let's get our equipment and blast away.
Secrecy
Before we get off this ship, and I have a feeling I'm gonna find him on the Leviathan's bridge.
I'll go get the Ebon Hawk.
You better come with me and Karth. The others can find their way on their own, but we might run into trouble. We'll need you and your powerful force abilities to deal with it.
I mean, my force abilities aren't that powerful. I've kind of flubbed this character really badly.
The hangar where they've got the Ebon Hawk. You'll have to find a way to deal with the guards.
Don't you worry about that. I know how to deal with the guards. They won't know what hit them.
We'll meet you there as soon as we get those docking bay doors open. Just make sure the Hawk is ready to fly when we get there. And may the Force be with you.
Why is Bastila's naked outfit so skanky compared to everyone else's? Right, like, why isn't, like... yeah, like, why isn't Karth, like, wearing something skanky as well? Why is her... oh, well, I mean, look at mine. Mine's is, like, perfectly normal sort of swimwear, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's all my stuff. I'll take that back, thank you very much. And yet again, he gets in my way. Where are my guns? I mean, okay, that also increases my defense. Let's go with that instead. I'd rather have more defense than I don't really get anything else from the Constitution one. And she's got a few levels to get, so. Okay, that one. I mean, I know she's not going to be sticking around for a while, but I don't actually think I've used her since Tatooine, so she's just really far behind. I'm just gonna check their inventory now. Yeah, so she's got her double lightsaber. She's fine. What are his stats actually? No, that's quite alright. Have a safe trip out. What face has he got? Right. See these other ones. What is... Okay, 9 to 19. 4 to 18. 7 to 17. Yeah.
Hmm? Yes?
Okay, so I guess we just head to...
We're at the Ebon Hawk. Like we figured, it's under heavy guard. But don't worry, we'll figure out a plan to take care of them.
disengage. Oh, I didn't deal with that.
Let's make this quick. Now that must have hurt.
Well, fooey to them.
Now that
Time to rumble.
Now that must have hurt.
Carf, come back.
Ha! How'd you like that?
Oh, they have so many grenades.
You asked for this. You asked.
So many grenades. You, Mr. Service Droid. There we go, some more remains. Hello. This way, I guess. Oh my god, there's so many rooms. Okay, well, since I can't blow up the other barracks, not much point to that.
I'm here.
Where are the other barracks? I should really use them. Hey boys.
How'd you like that? You asked for this.
You shall fall.
Oh, that missed completely.
You asked for this.
There.
Now that must have
Okay, that wasn't too bad. What's in this room here then? Oh, hello.
You cannot win.
You asked for this!
Right, let's see. What other skills would come in? You know what? More health spells are coming useful. There's so many lockers in this area.
on it.
Yeah, there's like so many of these containers just to like pillage through. I mean, some of them don't have a lot of great stuff in them. No, I already opened that one.
Yes, what's... I don't really know much about this place. Sorry. You got...
How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so
I mean, I'm a little
much
grey,
training,
but...
For me, it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
It's a struggle for me sometimes.
That's a relief to hear. I have never found the Jedi path an easy one to walk. And it's good to know I'm not alone. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? Even worse, who am I to try and make you question them? These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
On it. Damn. On it. Damn.
That's the airlock. Huh. What is this area?
On it. Damn!
Well, where do I go now?
On it. Done.
Ooh, thermal detonators. We'll just take all these things. Thank you very much. Aha! Right, I got a bunch of guns there. Slightly better than Cassius Fett's one, I guess, because it's the physical, but I would rather have the Cassius Fett one, because it also has a chance to stun.
On it. Damn!
I am thoroughly confused. I guess you can keep David's warsuit.
What?
I've got a spacesuit, right? What are the spacesuit? Is it maybe because I picked like the unlock option rather than the... It was. Well done. Whee! I'm in a spacesuit, baby. Oh, hey, cool, like, how's it going? Oh my god, this is so slow. That's good to hear. I got a little lost there, trying to figure out where I was meant to go. But I've figured it out. I wonder if could I just fall into space? Probably. Let's not risk it. Let's risk it. Ah, boo. I mean, the fact that they designed this segment and were like, yeah, this is exciting. I mean, it's just it's one corridor, right? Like, I get it. Just don't do it. Nothing was gained through this. It could have easily just been a cutscene. Okay, I'm glad they sped it up, but where's my... Does that have any like other benefits? Attack modifier +2. Oh, +3 Mandalorian is better. Ooh. I mean, I almost went back out through that door, because that seems to be the door you'd think. Stop shooting at me.
Now that must have worked. Now that must have worked. Now that must have worked.
Time to rumble.
Well, that sounds like I should probably quick save.
On it. Damn! On it.
Did that? No.
Damn!
Never mind. No, well, thank you very much for dropping by and saying hi. It's very nice of you. It's always nice to have people pop on and chat. There's a few people that I know that do come along and then sit in silence, which, I mean, it's still, nice to have people there, but it's nice to have people that want to say hello. It gives me something to actually talk about rather than trying to just narrate the game constantly.
Very resourceful. I assume you had some part in this. You learned your lessons well from me.
The only thing you taught me was betrayal and death, son.
So,
be a
useful
fool.
lessons.
I'm giving you and your companions a chance to surrender, a chance to live. Darth Malak himself is on his way. He'll be arriving any moment.
He speaks the truth, Koth. I can feel the Dark Lord's presence approaching.
Malak will destroy you. But if you throw down your weapons now, I will ask my master to be merciful.
I've seen enough of Sith mercy.
You always did like to do things the hard way. Lord Malak would have preferred live prisoners, but corpses will have to do.
Probably should have healed up before this.
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Oh lord. Okay. Let's reload this. Let's actually heal ourselves up beforehand.
What can I do?
Right.
Uh-huh.
What?
Bunch of buffs. Oh. I got the wrong jar. I should have buffed up before this door.
I'm here.
inner shields of one
Very
off this.
resourceful. Don't be a fool, man. You
There.
Time to rumble.
Oh, you.
Let's go.
No, disengage.
How'd you like that? You asked for this.
There.
Now that must hurt.
Oh, you leave me alone.
Down you go.
Now that must have hurt.
There we go.
Carth.
I mean, I should use the stimulants more.
The Admiral. He's still alive.
It's time to finish this.
Take him, Carth.
No, Carth. Not like this. Do not give in to the
Shh.
hate.
Don't you understand what this man has done to my life? Do you know the pain he's brought me?
Killing him won't ease the pain, Carth. Do not become what you despise.
Carth. Must tell you. Must tell you something.
I hope it's an insult. I hope he calls Carth a dick.
Closer. You didn't know, did you? Remember my dying words. Remember them whenever you look at those you thought were your friends.
I said it can't be true, can it? No, it can't.
Oh, did you just like
Oh,
die randomly?
Damn you.
Oh, well. What did he say, Carth?
Basil, it is true, isn't it? And you knew. You and the whole damn Jedi Council, you knew the whole time.
Carth is not what you think. We had no other choice. Please, you don't understand.
So make me understand.
No, my spelling is always terrible. I'm surprised that the Admiral wasn't more of a boss. Like, he just sort of died quite quickly.
Not here, Carth. Please, there's no time. Malak is coming. This isn't the place. Please, Carth. I'm asking you to trust me.
I
for
mean,
just a
that's
little
Carth's whole sort of
while
thing, though.
longer.
It's just like doing stuff at the wrong time.
Okay, I'll trust you, Bastila, but as soon as we're off this ship, I expect some answers.
Of course, Carth. As soon as we get to the Ebon Hawk, I'll explain everything. To both of you, I promise.
I'm like more dark side than light. Awkwardly. Does that do anything? I mean, I think that's usually the way of... That's how I play a lot of video games, is when you're fighting them, and you've got a big boss, deal with the weaker ones around them first, and then you can focus on dealing with the boss. Because while the weaker ones may not be that strong, they have a lot of... Oh, that little bit of extra damage they can do
Yes?
can be enough sometimes that it's puts you over the edge. But they usually go down a bit quicker than the boss does, so...
Now that must have hurt.
How'd you like that?
Explosions. These guys are so weak as well. Why are they here?
Yes, what's it?
You know about this place.
How can I help? There is nothing I could say that would... Then I said...
I wonder if he's like actually stronger than the rest of them, or if he's just got a bit more hit points. Oh yeah, we won't make it back to the elevator. No, I'm sure I've been through them.
Now that must
These guys are like giving me no experience as well. That's still heal me up.
What? On it. Done.
Oh yeah, that's this room. I've been in here. I mean, I guess technically yes, I'm Scottish, so that is part of Britain. So I would say I'm part British. Yeah, well, I guess I'm completely British. But I'm glad there's nothing wrong with that. Well, depends who you ask. Some people, there's plenty of things wrong with that, so... Ooh. There was someone the other day when I was streaming who commented on my accent, and I mentioned that to a friend, and they were like, "What accent? You've not got an accent." Well, I think that's true for everyone,
Miss
really.
Canderous, we took care of the guards. We're
Like,
inside
everyone's
the
thinking
Ebon
they don't have
Hawk
an
and all
accent,
systems
and
are go.
they do.
As soon as you guys join us, we can get out of here.
I wonder what the plan was. Like, 'cause he was just like, oh, I've got a plan to get rid of them. Oh. Hello. That grenade was more effective than I thought it was going to be. These are some like really low level guards. Oh, okay. I've been to Germany once. Went to Berlin on holiday a few years back. It was quite nice. So, if you've never been, I would recommend it. And you don't really need to know a lot of German to really go either. Like, I learned a little bit before I went, because it's always best to try and learn a few phrases, right? But, yeah, you know, managed fairly easily. I love how I just knocked over their master there.
There.
I'm sure the Bahamas, I've heard the Bahamas are quite nice, so I'm sure it's a lovely place to go to. I've never been to the US, I've been to Canada, and I've been to a few places around Europe. Like I've been to Germany, been to Malta, been to Denmark up north. I see more of it. I see, well, I mean, you see more everywhere really. Travelling is always fun. Well, the travelling part itself. Canada was nice. Stayed with family. So it was a cheaper holiday. always a fan of cheaper holidays. But yeah, no, it was a lovely place to go to. It was nice in the it was in the summer we went. It was nice. You don't really get good summers in Scotland. You get maybe a week or two of sunshine.
How'd you like that?
And then that's about it.
How'd you like that?
I am still such a fan of this Force Whirlwind. It's such a good ability. I would say it's probably just as developed, yeah. Obviously, it's hard to really sort of compare it. The bit we were at was there was a lot more woodland, but I mean, like the towns and cities were towns and cities, so I think it would have been. I think if you were to go, you probably wouldn't. The only sort of difference you'd probably really notice would be one, like the accents, and two, things would probably see a bit more expensive just because of the way Canadian dollars work. So I think you probably wouldn't really notice too much of a difference. Culturally, I imagine they're very similar. A bit more French in some areas. Like we went to Toronto, and I've opened these already, haven't I? Yes, I have. And no, was it Toronto we went to? Yeah, it was Toronto we went to. And that had a lot more French signs going around. Just because, you know, French is a big thing in Canada. But again, one of those ones where you... I mean, it depends how you define developed, I guess, right? I mean, there would be some aspects I would say that it's not
Dark Malik.
in some countries, but Carter useless. But I guess it depends on your definition of developed.
I hope you weren't thinking of leaving so soon.
It's not like it's going to be some sort of weird,
I spent far too much energy
undeveloped
hunting
wilderness.
down you and your companions
Like,
to let you
most
get
cities are
away
most
from
cities.
now.
There's not much difference between them.
Besides, I had to see for myself if it was true. Even now, I can hardly believe my eyes.
No, it's been good. I look forward to having more worldly chat.
Is it vengeance
Catch you later, cool life.
at this reunion?
I'm going to try and blag my way out of this. This meeting was inevitable, Malik.
As is the outcome. I am actually surprised this confrontation did not happen sooner, given how powerful your mind once was. Even the combined power of the Jedi Council couldn't keep your true identity buried forever, could it?
The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners.
I'm so annoyed
No one
that
deserves execution,
like it
no matter
doesn't
what
play
their
these
crimes.
cutscenes on the stream.
The Council would not normally accept an adult for training, but this is a special case.
They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity.
Tatooine. Kashyyyk. Manan. Korriban. Revan visited each of these worlds searching for clues to reveal the hidden location of the Starforge.
The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist.
What about Yevon? Does Yevon not count?
Fear this quest to find the
I'm
Star
sure Yevon's
Forge
one of the planets I've got to go to.
leads you down an all too familiar path.
What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause? To use their own knowledge against them?
Okay, so at this point they were having like a Clad Sephiroth face-off between Revan and Bastila, and then Revan fell over. Oh good, you can see this bit. So does she see her own memory of a camera? Okay, now we're outside the Leviathan for some reason. Like, there's a cutscene. We're in space. Leviathan's flying around. Leviathan looks an awful lot like an off-brand Star Destroyer.
You cannot hide from what you once were, Revan. Recognize that you were once the Dark Lord, and know that I have taken your place.
How is that
You
possible?
do not yet remember, Revan. The Jedi set a trap. They lured us into battle against a small Republic fleet. During the attack, a team of Jedi Knights boarded your ship. The Jedi strike team captured you, and the Council used the Force to reprogram your mind. They wiped away your identity and turned you against your own followers.
Does that mean I'm really your master?
I served you, Revan. But I always knew that one day the title of Dark Lord would be mine. When that Jedi strike team boarded your vessel, I saw my day had come. I ordered my own ships to fire on your bridge. I thought I could destroy all my enemies with a single glorious victory. I never dreamed the Jedi would take you alive from the wreckage.
I never dreamed the Jedi would be able to outwit me. Why would you betray
You
your
mean, why
master?
did I betray you, Revan? You are the one who taught me the ways of the Sith. The strongest must rule if we are to survive. You knew I would one day challenge you for supremacy, but you underestimated me. I acted sooner than you expected and seized the Sith throne with a single brilliant stroke.
I don't believe you.
You must have seen flashes of your old life in your dreams, Revan. Memories bubbling up to the surface. Surely you must remember the battle in which you were captured.
Bastila, is this true?
It's true. I was part of the team sent to capture Revan, to capture you. When Malak fired on the ship, you were badly injured. We thought you were dead. Your mind was destroyed, but I used the Force to preserve the flicker of life in your body. I brought you to the Jedi Council. They were the ones who healed your damaged mind.
But the memories I have, where did they
The
come from?
Jedi Council didn't restore your wounded mind, Revan. They merely programmed it with a new identity, one loyal to the Republic. They tried to make you their slave.
But why program you with another
We
identity?
couldn't simply restore your true identity. Revan was too dangerous. But locked inside your mind was information the Republic needed, the secrets of the Starforge. The Council created an identity for you, a soldier under my command. Your subconscious memories were supposed to lead me to the Starforge. There was no other way to get the information.
They made you their puppet, Revan, and Bastila was the handler pulling your strings.
Why you, Bastila?
When I used my Force powers to keep you alive on that bridge, it created our bond. I convinced the Council that I could use that bond to draw out your memories and lead us to the Starforge.
Tell the truth, Bastila. You wanted to taste the dark side for yourself. You knew the only way the Council would permit you to explore the Sith's power was through Revan's lost
I love how, like,
memories.
sometimes the filler disappears in his
I
voice.
wanted to help you, Revan. I thought this mission would redeem you, that it would atone for your past crimes. How else could you be saved?
But what if I remembered who
You
I
had
was?
to be healed so I could try and draw out the secrets of the Starforge. It was our only hope of stopping the Sith. It was a risk the Council chose to take.
I understand.
Forgiveness, Revan. You are weak. I was right to betray you. You are not fit to rule the Sith. A small part of me has always regretted betraying you from afar. I always knew there were some who would think I acted out of fear, that I did not want to face you. But now fate has given me a second chance to prove myself. Once I defeat you in combat, no one will question my claim to the Sith throne. My triumph will be complete.
Triumph Malik, you seem to forget
The
that I'm
Jedi
still
Council
alive.
were foolish to let you live. I won't make the same mistake. We shall finish this alone in the ancient Sith tradition. Master versus apprentice, as it was meant to be.
You people are useless. I can't believe that worked. We're all spinning around.
On it. Damn!
Where'd he go? Get back here. Malik. Oh, Malik. I've just gone in a big loop.
On it. Damn!
Did I break the game because I beat him too easily? That sounds like something I would do. Oh, there he's there. Hello.
This isn't over, Malak.
Your friends do not give up easily, Revan. You always could inspire loyalty. But even the three of you together cannot stand against my power.
For the Jedi!
For the Jedi!
Oh, Malakov, you two get out of here. Find the Star Forge.
No, Bastila, he's too strong. No! The door's sealed. We can't get past. Come on, we have to get to the Ebon Hawk.
What about Bastila?
Bastila doesn't stand a chance against Malak, but we can't help her. Not here. We have to get off the ship and find the Star Forge. That's the key to beating the Dark Lord. Bastila sacrificed herself so we could get away. We can't let her sacrifice be in vain. Come on!
Rip Bastila. I can't believe how easy that was. Oh no! Come on, warp away. Warp away. Okay, so I was flying out the Leviathan and then some fighters chased me. I don't want to do another fighter section because I'm terrible at them. But it's playing battle music, and that implies I'm going to have to do a fighter section. Oh no.
Incoming fighters.
Yeah. Blow up. Oh my god, no, the sun! Oh, I see. Instead of shooting where they were, I should have been shooting where they were going to be.
Where is Bastila? What happened on that ship?
We ran into Malik. He would have killed us, but Bastila sacrificed herself so we could get away.
You mean she's dead?
Nah, Malik won't kill her. Don't be foolish. He'll want to use her battle meditation against the Republic. Turn her to the dark side, and the Sith will always be victorious.
We can't help Bastila.
Not so fast. We've got a bigger issue to deal with
Welcome
here.
back.
They deserve to know the truth
You've missed
about you.
probably
Do
was
you
the most
wanna tell them
ridiculous
what Malik
boss fight
said,
ever.
or should
When
I?
Malik was like, I'm gonna fight you one-on-one, and then I just picked him up in a whirlwind, and shot him in the face, and he ran away. I don't care what Matt said. I'm not Darth Revan. I'm Sandra.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of a joke?
No, it's no joke. The Jedi Council captured Revan and erased the Dark Lord's mind, programming in a new identity. Saul Kareth told me on the Leviathan, and Bastila confirmed it.
You're Darth Revan? This is big.
Thanks, mission.
Do you remember anything about being the Dark Lord?
Small
Just a
dreams.
few flashes. That's it. Nothing more? Then I don't think there's a problem. It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan, then it doesn't really matter anymore. You are who you are now, right?
Of course it still matters. How do we know more memories won't come flooding back? How do we know Revan won't suddenly turn on us? The whole time we've been chasing after Malik, we've had his old Sith master right at our side, listening to our secrets, hearing our plans.
Blame the Jedi Council, not me.
Hey, you've got nothing to be sorry about. You didn't ask for this. Besides, I know you. You're not Revan anymore. Whatever you used to be, you're one of us now.
I agree with Mission. I swore I left it to the person you are, not the person you were. That's deep, Salvar.
Big Z and I will stick by you. We owe you our lives. We won't desert you now.
How can you say that, Mission? The Sith bombed my homeworld, Revan took away my family, and destroyed my life.
Everyone knows it was Malik who gave the order to attack your people, Karth. You can't blame Revan for that.
I
Stop
suppose
being
you've
such a
proven
wuss.
yourself to be a friend of the Republic by your actions so far, Revan. But can I trust you? Can any of us?
Where's Juhani in all this? What about you,
What
Jolie?
about me? I already knew who you were, though it wasn't my place to tell you. Better off that you know, if you ask me. Does it change anything? I'm not here to judge you. You'll do what you have to do, and I'll help if I can.
You defeated the Mandalore clans in the war, Revan. You were the only one in the galaxy who could best us. We had never met one like you before, and never since. How can you even ask if I'll follow you? Whatever you're fighting, it will be worthy of my skill. I'm your man until the end, Revan. No matter how this plays out.
Commentary. I am experiencing something unusual, Master.
Oh?
Answer. My programming is activating my deleted memory core. I believe I have a homing system that is restoring it, Master.
Your homing system? What's that?
Observation. My homing system is a function of my assassination protocols that
I'm
we
like...
told you had been deactivated.
I'm just whatever, really.
This system...
I'm having a...
It seems that the
I feel like saying this.
deliberately restores my deleted memory core upon
so, like, right now my character's grey.
Original master.
I'm not sure what that's going to do, because I don't know, is the ending alignment locked? Because if so, what happens if I'm grey?
Affirmation. Correct, Master.
I assume it just goes light side.
Sith protocols maintain that all droid knowledge be deleted before assassination missions and restored upon return. I have returned to you, and my full functionality is now under your personal command. It is a distinct pleasure to see you again, Master.
Well, as long as you're loyal.
Commentary. I believe I have served you well in the past, Master, and will continue to do so for as long as you have need of me.
Wow. What are the chances of that happening?
Remember, we're talking about the Force here. At this point, Malak himself could drop out of the sky and I wouldn't bat an eyelash.
Good point.
About you, Tiffy?
I knew the little guy would come through for you. Droids don't hold grudges.
Well, the others seem to trust you.
Why
I
don't
don't
you
see
have
any
it?
other way that we can stop the Sith. And I suppose that Malak is the real enemy here. I really don't have any other choice, do I?
I'm not Revan anymore.
You've proven
Or
yourself
am I?
time and time again during our mission, but this is a little much for me to wrap my mind around.
Well, you'll just have to find a way to deal with this,
Don't
Carf.
worry. I won't let my personal feelings get in the way of my assignments or this mission. But don't forget, I've sworn an oath to defend the Republic. As long as this mission stays on course, I'll stick with you. But I won't let you betray the Republic under any circumstances. So I guess that's it then. We keep going. We've still got one more star map to uncover if we're gonna find that Star Forge and save Bastila, so let's do it before it's too late.
What planet's this? Oh, we're on Tatooine. Oh, perfect. That's where I wanted to go originally. Who's that weird ghost face?
Yes, what's on your mind?
We talk.
If you're ready to talk, then yes. So am I.
And?
I can't hate you. I tried. I wanted to hold you responsible for all the things you've done for my wife.
Why can't
I
you?
got the revenge I always wanted when Saul died. Despite whatever part of Revan is inside you, the darkness that must surely be there. That's why I can't hate you, why I don't want any more revenge. You don't have to be Revan. You can be so much more. Whatever's happened up until this point, well then I hope I can save you from yourself. Yes, what's on your mind? You got...
I suppose there's a point I should figure out what to do with these Gizka, but...
How can you possibly be Raven? The one, the Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris. It was Raven, leading an army out to defeat the Mandalorians. It was you.
Hello.
I knew when I heard that you had become the Dark Lord of the Sith, that something was wrong with it. The woman who saved me, who I have come to care for, could never go completely to the dark side.
I regret any harm I may have
It is
caused.
good to know that you have truly changed. It gives me hope. I do not think now that I will fall to the dark side. I only have to look at you and follow by your example, and there is no way I can fail.
You will do fine, Johnny.
It is especially meaningful coming from you. I will never forget what you did for me, even if you do not remember it. How may I be of... What is it?
Does Zelbar have like anything he wants to say? Here's me from the Gamorrean Slavers. Okay. Oh, yes, I need to check. Can I talk to you now? No, you're still broken. I think you're permanently broken. Yeah, I think they're just permanently broken. Well, rip to that. No, I suppose they're not. That's true. You know, I'll bring Mission. I've not brought her in a while. It's just a shame that they broke. It was like somewhere in Korriban. At least he's walking now. Last time he wasn't walking. Dark Lord of the Sith. Who are you? My name is Zorgan. I am a businessman, and I and my partner deal in rare items. You with the exchange. No, we are not. We're independent. Oh, sorry for the offence. Traditionally, we have done business with the Order of the Ebon Hawk, David Kang most recently, Ahita Ofar before him, Fori Haxa before her, but we were reluctant to approach you. We have no ties to the exchange, even more you're a Jedi. So why are you approaching now? Go on. Okay, so people just, I guess everyone just knows now. How does this involve you? My partner and I deal in very powerful items, weapons, armor. I'll check it out next time I'm on Korriban. I'll give it a shot. I'll see if he's fixed. Nope.
Hey there. It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything, I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Big... What?
Well... At least if he's walking, he can fight. That'll do. That'll be enough for me. Nope, that's the wrong one. Yeah, so like we went into one of the what do you call it? Yeah, the tombs in Korriban, and there was a cutscene, and then after that, like it was the one with the ghost with the swords, and then after that, him and Candace just sort of broke. Yeah, like that.
Yes?
Okay, so he's still broken. And like, I've tried reloading, I've tried everything I can really think of. This isn't the hut. I think if I can... there we go. That's what I was looking for. I probably will have to switch him out. No, of course not. I expect a little more. Okay, well... Well, do you have any other requests for me? No, I've done that. I'm not interested in this. Goodbye. So, yeah, I guess I'll just warn you. Or if I use them, I'll just have to control them. Is all. That's a shame. We'll travel to Yavin next. I've not used Zalbar in a while, and I've definitely not used HK in a while, so they can come. Like, I would have used Zalbar more on Kashyyyk if like the game let me, but bizarrely, the game does not let you. I don't think. Yeah, go and repair. Yeah. I'll just improve his 2 weapon fighting. Do you know of 2 weapon fighting? Is it only 4 swords? I think it is only 4 swords. Like, all it mentions in it is for using double-bladed weapons or 2 weapons in each hand. And I don't know if that includes guns or if it's just swords. Oh, it does include guns. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Right, let's also check. Let's give you that one. You've got strength +2, that's fine. Yeah, they're fine. Actually, I guess fortune. Let's see, 10, 20. I was going to give that one to Candaris, but seeing as how Candaris is just no longer a viable option. Get advanced flamethrower, advanced stun ray. I guess these ones. Yeah, it's really weird that. But then same with like mission, right? Mission's more meant to be you know, stealth and shoot things from a distance, and she comes with mission's vibroblade. Like, it's an odd one. I don't think I really got any. I mean, I think I gave Zalbar missions. I think that's probably the best one now. I gave Zalbar missions Vibroblade for a while. What's that doing? 312. Okay, that one has a chance to on-hit stun. It does a little bit less damage, but stunning is good. I haven't really got any good rifles, but I accidentally gave HK a point in strength because I was like, oh, his strength stats higher than. Where are we? Like his dexterity. No, that's the wrong way. What is this skullduggery? So, like, I think I did like Karth, and in this playthrough, like, he was just really, like, he said he was going to spank me at one point, and I was like, no, Karth, please don't spank me, that's incredibly inappropriate. So I tortured him a little bit, not gonna lie. Who are you? New or something? I'm just gonna try this. Open this door, I am your friend. Problem solved. You look like I thought you would. Too human. None of your business, bug eyes. I mean, that was a little rude. I don't like. I like how the option was either I tell him I'm a Jedi, I tell him the truth, or I just give him racist insults. If you don't want to talk, like, let me look at these. Like, as either I don't want to talk to you, alien, or anymore. I'm not really interested. I'll be leaving now. Oh, what have I done? There we go. Was what meant to do what exactly? Oh, look, he's got a Gizka as well. Can I give him my Gizka? Oh, access denied. This is not the place that I was remembering. I think I was remembering... How do I get out of here? Yeah, like... When I was... I mean, he didn't actually, but he was like, oh, I've been watching you in combat, and I was just like, please stop watching me, Karf. That's inappropriate. And then, I can't remember the exact dialogue exchange, but he's like, oh, I'll bend you over my knee and spank you. And I was like, Karf, no. How do you know damage? Yeah, right. So then when it came to, you know, the segment with Soul, and he's like, oh, give me the right answers, or I'll torture Karf. I just totally tortured Karf the whole time. I mean, that's fair. Yes, please. I'll buy that too. I mean, I guess that's like good for mission. That's what that would be. Am I just totally misremembering this place? Is there like nothing here? Why do I keep going back to playing Kazakh? Of course, he's a +4. This is like the luckiest game of Kazakh I've ever played in my life. This is not a fun minigame. But yeah, it's addictive in some ways. So I guess it's a good minigame. Maybe it just says more about me than anything. What is this luck? Oh, sorry. We do love gambling. This is true. I guess I'll buy that. I guess that's it then, right? I guess there's nothing else here. Oh, everything's been new now. Well, I totally misremembered this place completely. And I'm not quite sure what the point of it was. Why do I have 2 Karth blasters? I'm not entirely sure. There was part of me that was thinking of doing, yeah, I have 2 Karth blasters. Weird. There was part of me thinking about doing the sequel, but I wasn't 100% sure exactly what game. I've been watching a lot of streams of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I don't have a PlayStation 4, so not that. But that's kind of got me in the mood for wanting to replay the original a little bit. But I'm not really like 100%, this is the game that I'm going to do next. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Okay, well at least now we're getting a dream. I mean, it feels a little silly to get this for stream now because I've already had a cutscene earlier where I'd seen where it was. So anyway, we're on Manan. And I've got... basically just Steam and PC or any emulator that works. Like I've got like a Switch and stuff, but I've not got a capture card yet. Mainly because they are expensive. And I don't stream like a lot, so I feel like investing £100 in that is a little excessive. But I've got like a working PlayStation 2 emulator, Game Boy, SNES, Game Boy Advance. Technically I have a 3DS emulator as well, but it doesn't really work that well.
So pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the Galactic Senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The Senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
But that's harder to find.
Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Cellcath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws, You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself,
what's with the Republic hats? Right, they're really weird.
To come by our enclave here. We have
they don't look comfortable to wear. The Sith outfit, a little bit Nazi-ish, but just looks a lot more comfortable. Like, he looks like he's relaxed.
Yeah, what are you...
I've never played a Half-Life game, actually.
Master Jedi.
I've watched my brother played them a lot, and I've watched him play them, but I've never actually played them myself. I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at first-person shooters. Why did this upset you so
these
much?
Damn Sith are everywhere on Manan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law?
Yeah, the Selkirk want to maintain their neutrality in this war. We're
tempting. I could look into that. I'm sure I probably own
So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
What's Kolto?
You're joking, right?
I like how he's not even looking at me. He's like, I can't look at you.
It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
You both stay here?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic.
Who is this person, and why is his life just to get
if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
That was the worst direction giving. I don't remember a single direction. East, north, wherever. What a gross language. Seems to be a question of order. Have you any exotic spices for sale? From other planets. I have some Gizka. Oh yeah, so it's still gross. And so no way I can convince you? Oh, that worked. How about you give me credits? That is the power of persuasion.
Enough time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of Kolto ready to load before my shift is over. We've got all the proper Kolto trading permits, so back off.
Oh. I like the music here. It's very serene. Private hangar. Whose hangar is this? Okay, yes, we get it. Leaving the security zone.
On it. Damn!
Impossible. I don't really remember Manan. I remember there's a guy that hides in a locker and I can kill him and get dark side points. That's all I remember about Manan. That and there's an underwater section. Who are you? I mean, I won that last game with Pizag, but I wish Pizag just had something else to it. I feel like it's almost there. It's almost there as a fun minigame. But it's not quite. Oh.
Obey the laws here on Manan, human.
Well, I can't if you don't let me in. Oh, hello. What exactly are the rules? Local smuggling is punishable by death. I don't need to pay any docking fee. I'm so glad I have Force Persuade. So I imagine this city is probably just going to be split into two halves and there'll be like the Republic half and the Sith half. Oh, hey Axel. Welcome along to our Star Wars stream. Oh, gang wars.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You enjoy it, don't you worry.
If the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
What are my guys doing in the background?
Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Well.
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
Rude. Oh, this person's shady apparently. I just want to ask a few questions. These guys are hanging outside a shop for some reason. Ah, general store.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
I mean, that's surely against the rules.
Catch you next week.
And also, why would you advertise it that way? Like, you know what? If you weren't you, it would be expensive. I feel like there should be laws against that. I don't think class inflation should be right. I don't really think there's anything here worth buying. I mean, there has been a lot of racism in this game. At least all by the villains. Mostly by the villains. But... well, it wouldn't surprise me. But, you know... I guess people... like, I mean, the game gave me no option but to be racist to, like, one of those alien insects earlier.
Sorry, buddy.
Which I thought was very
The hotel
rude.
is closed. Ever since the murder, the Cellcath have made me keep this place locked up tight.
What murder?
This old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing the Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, but not everyone thinks this Sunry did it. So the Cellcath are holding him in prison, while the case gets sorted out. In the meantime, they closed down my hotel. But enough about my problems. You can...
That seems a little extreme, right? There's like one murder and they're like, close the whole place down. Just close it all down. Also, it's nice to see that there's hotels in the Star Wars universe.
Welcome to Manon. I'm Roland Wan.
I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council.
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manon?
Well, I don't know. It sounds like it was being used as a motel.
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Come on, tell me.
No. You do what I want and maybe I can help you out. Don't think you can manipulate me, Jedi.
Oh.
The Republic Diplomatic Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you.
I mean, don't know what happened before the murder, right? I mean, maybe she's like some sort of praying mantis. I guess she was the one murdered. Maybe he's like some sort of praying mantis.
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Faraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Cellcath authorities for some reason we've not determined. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manon. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, that is what... There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that he has proved most... Good. It's a logical place to start. But you should also hear, we managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards.
Give me like that as the first option.
They use for pass cards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, the Sith have got the Cellcath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on. The Sith base itself is very... Here is a pass card to get... You can choose whichever of the...
I'll interrogate the prisoner.
Just make sure you don't push him too hard. I wish you luck in your task. Should you
I interrogated someone and didn't kill them earlier.
And we can see about
that means
that information.
I can put that on my CV.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job
Oh, that
of conditioning
sounds
this guy.
worse
and we
somehow.
haven't been able to break him yet. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with
They're,
conventional
like,
training to resist
targeting
interrogation,
computers,
and sometimes
so I
it
can,
takes
like...
months to get them to tell
well,
what they know.
basically it
Do
gives
you
me,
want
like...
to interrogate him now?
better gunshot abilities. But they also work as cool shades, so...
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from forced
some
persuasion.
of the other headgear.
We have found a few hooks you might find.
Streamlabs, no!
He was with another man when he was first
Stop!
discovered. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to
Streamlabs
investigate,
did
but
not
it
like
may
you
be
insulting my sunglasses. So, that's you told.
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But
Nope, wrong side.
there is a catch.
I have, like, curly hair flicking everywhere.
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work
I have
to
not
your
been paying
advantage
attention to
because
any of
it
this
tries to
whatsoever.
attack
I've been too busy reading all the
But
chats.
if you use it too much, you may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Sure.
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Like, some of the other headgear is much worse. No, don't.
What do you want?
It's quite alright. Like, if this guy dies, this guy dies. If I accidentally...
You're not. Huh.
You're the only ones who'll take you in there.
Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
You're not helping, old man.
They wouldn't, would they?
If you talk to me, I can make it worth your while.
Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
I'll have you know, I shop at Little, so, Little is the best place to shop at.
Please, please don't hurt me. What do you want? What companion?
I don't think I've ever heard Shopping at Little as a song. I might have to look into that.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
No, never.
Damn! He blanked out.
What do you want? You're not.
The Sith.
No. Please. Tila, how did you fight?
Damn!
You're... There's nothing you can do to me.
The Sith.
But they...
This is such a weird...
Damn!
You're...
The Sith.
No, please.
Damn!
I've never listened to the Shopping at Little. No. Unfortunately.
Yes, it could be. No, please don't hurt her. Please. All right. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Why did that work that time? I don't know.
Sith base.
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
I don't actually... Oh, actually! Okay, I don't have any on me right now. I'm assuming you mean chocolate. Which I don't have any on my person. Okay, no, well... I have these, courtesy of Little. Oh, wrong way. Advertising. Say hello to my sponsors. I really need to get my Streamlabs sorted. However, when we opened them, we didn't realise that we'd had them and they were already a month over date, so they're stale. So, not the best. They're not that bad actually. Like, they're not as good as it could be, but not that bad. I found some white chocolate ones the other day. In a Polish shop, so bought some of them.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
You can have the credits from my cold, dead hands.
Talk big, but remember what we did to Taris. Maybe you're next on our list.
Right? What a joke. And also, Taris was a planet they blew up. So she's like, we blew up a planet, maybe we're gonna blow you up next. Like, they're evil. They're like space Nazis, so... if you want my stale out of, like, I think 2 months out of date biscuits, then yes, 2 months out of date biscuits that we bought and then put in a cupboard and then forgot that we bought them. Oops. Yotal's Emporium. Oh, I bet he'll have a scene that's like the reverse of the other one.
I thought this garbage was free.
Yeah, oh no, okay. So I thought it was going to be like, oh, it'll be half price for you because you're Sith, full price for the Republic, but no, it's just more racism.
Don't worry, Junkman. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
That's usually what I say when I go to the shops as well. Like, I go, I'll be nice to him. I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm Sandra. Like, I go to the shop. I mean, if you want to post your postcode, you're more than welcome to. But I did call myself Sandra. That's all like droid stuff. Don't want any of this stuff. Gravity generator. Oh, slow. What's wrong with the name Sandra? Sandra's a perfectly cromulent name.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy.
Trinidadian? Sure? Well, I mean, see, I'm just making you feel at home. Like, you can hang out with Sandra. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? I know the passcode.
Oh, really? You mean someone like you actually has some real
I'll confess I don't know what
purpose
Trinidadian
inside?
is.
Well then, what is it? Yes, well, I I suppose you really do have some business here. Head on in.
Woo! Multicultural Britishness of like 4 countries. Oh, okay. I mean, that's what I was gonna guess as someone from Trinidad.
You there.
But I feel like that was
don't
gonna be
recognize
too
you.
obvious.
How did you get in here?
I know the passcode.
Your passcode is out of date, and I don't recognize
Well,
you
why
at
did the guy
all.
let me in?
We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately.
You're not even typing on the right computer.
You authorized this person to enter. I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
Girl. Rude. I'll just go digging through her pockets. Well, there goes the element of surprise, I guess. Oh, hello! I love Force Whirlwind. It is my favourite ability. Oh, I blew up. Probably. That was like one of my main problems the last time I came into SF base was I did not save enough. Oh, I didn't even see what I got there. Actually, oh, that's why I can reload. Good thing I saved. Beta module. That was not worth reloading for. Oh, was that the broken droid that they were after? Why is that still a quest? I killed her. Okay, well. I mean, I've got what he asked for, but I'm just going to keep looking around now. That model. Look at that spin. Should probably have him heal himself.
I'm here.
My music taste is very sort of random. Like, I don't listen to a lot of music. But I guess I'm mostly quite poppy, I guess. A bit of like sort of old-fashioned like 80s, really 80s stuff I listen to. I've been addicted to Alanis Morissette recently. I'm clearly people seem to think that a lot about me actually, like unironically. People seem to think I'm a bit of a metalhead. So weirdly, Maybe it's probably because the only actual concerts I've been to are like metal concerts. So, that probably is what gives people that impression.
Acknowledgement.
But, like, I mean, and this is just. Why does gas affect you, HK? So I will confess, I may have spent a good chunk of my morning also listening to Disney songs. So that's me. What? Yeah, stuff like that. I give the best confessions. Sort of stuff like that. I also listen to far too many anime songs. But I just don't listen to a lot of music, I guess. I'm trying to think. Who are some of the big ones I've been listening to a lot? It's been just quite random, actually, I'd say, for the music I listen to. Like, if someone sends me a song and I like it, I usually listen to it until like I get bored of listening to it. So it's very, it's very sort of random, my musical taste. I really liked, because when I went to uni, there was a lot of students at my university did music as well. So I liked going to go see, I saw a lot of them do live performances with like their own bands. That was quite cool. There's something quite nice about that. Also, like, it's weird to describe, but it's like, you know, because a lot of those bands don't exist anymore. And there's no like recordings, so those would be like the only times you've been able to hear those songs. And I find that quite an interesting thing. Like, it's sad in a way, because those songs just no longer exist. Why did he turn his back on me? Ah. Okay, so probably a good idea that I saved because they were strong. One of the worst bits about bringing a droid is I cannot heal him with the Force. I mean, I guess if I already have the data module, I could just go back, but it's somewhat poetic in a way, I find. But there's a lot. Oh lord. Like, there's a lot of songs that I listen to that I don't really remember them, but there's ones that I remember liking. But yeah, there's just no way I'm not be able to ever hear them again. Oh, if I'm not even looking at them, I'm like, I don't care enough.
Now that must have
But yeah, no, there were some of them that I really liked, and like I remember like going up to the bands afterwards and being like, that was an amazing performance and stuff. But that's the end of that. Okay, I'm gonna quick save here. I got really addicted recently to what was supposed to be Iceland's entry into Eurovision this year. However, with that being cancelled, it's not really their entry anymore. But that was a fun song. Not the best vocals on it, but it was catchy and it had like a fun little like jig, like dance to it, which they put like up on TikTok. Not that I've ever used TikTok, but I have seen a few TikTok videos that have made their way to like Twitter and stuff. So that computer room is just... Oh, that's what's behind that force field, right? I guess that's everything around here. Just whatever's up that way, but as far as I can see, I have the thing from the droid, so... Do they get stuck on each other? So I watched like briefly a bit of a speed run of this game. I have done nothing wrong. Ah, okay. Well, we can go to our trial section then. I'm sure there probably wasn't too much else on that base, to be honest. The one who defends and judges the South people, I will endeavour to prove to them that you are not guilty of the heinous crimes you are accused of, Off-Worlder. What have I been charged with? You've been caught with initiating violence in the Sith Embassy, murdering members of the Sith Ambassadorial Commission, yes. It's the Sith's fault. What can I do? I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led to your arrest. However, always been given all relevant data for companions. Instruct what reasons did you enter the Sith Embassy? I had authorization to enter. I mean, as part of the Sith Academy, I have no prior association. confused, but continue to get more information. The trial is straightforward, no stooges what's transpired. Let's get the trial started. Son accused of the grievous murder of many Sith and extensive property damage to the embassy here. How do you plead? My client pleads not guilty. The record show the trial has commenced. Blah blah blah. The trial will determine the full body and punishment of the individual that recently so embassy. Given the severity of the trial, space no facilities. You plead not guilty. There were reports of weapons-inspired detonations in the Sith embassy. You see entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem you are the source of this disturbance. War of the Sith. Oh lord, this lawyer is terrible. I will defend myself. The Sith lured me inside. I was there for diplomatic negotiations. Haha! Got off on a technicality. Oh my god, their language is just disgusting. It just annoys my ears.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards
also,
who attack
they should be
only when
fighting
they have
anyway.
the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor.
Their court system is a little weird. Not gonna lie.
I was told that you're a friend of Jolie Bindo, and that Jolie has returned to the sector. My name is Alora. My husband, Sunry, and Jolie are old friends. Please. Jolie, it is you.
I just warped them out, and she's like, "Oh,
I need your
he's
help."
here."
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my...
It's horrible, Jolie.
It's okay, he's been accused of murder.
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer.
Calm down, Alora.
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him.
Don't worry, Alora.
Right, well. If he's broken, so I need to control him. Oh, maybe we need to go speak to the judges. There's a neutral party that can investigate.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So they were seen leaving the hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alyssa, who was charged with murder and is being held in his facilities due to his crippled status. He's being kept in a solitary holding cell. This is claimed to have seen the killing, are being detained in the hotel for questioning. In the trial, the manager of the hotel has been informed of your appointment. That was fast. Undead, a blaster wound, and an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hands. The information has been uploaded to your data pad.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
What do you think of Sunry? If I idea of a happy with people who murder someone, obviously confident it's less questionable at best. So he was a great warrior in his time for the Republic. Okay.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
It needs to barely hamper him though, rest assured. Clutched in his hand, blatantly incriminating isn't evidence to be left behind. It's a crime, we've analysed the evidence. It does not appear to be a replica.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Alysa's hand.
Okay, well let's go speak to Sunry then.
Jolie, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alyssa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alyssa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her, but let's look at the fact. Alyssa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and my war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating this. Anything. I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened, but I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame anything else. Once you...
I don't know if I can get back into the embassy.
I hear you've been appointed as a... Sunry is... He's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like...
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it.
And there's no way you...
Well, I mean, I don't really know where we are anymore. Oh, okay, this button. Oh, wrong one. Burst the speed. Whee! Let's see if we can get back into the Sith place. I'm surprised they don't always like try and attack me. Oh, that's the shop.
What?
How did HK keep up as she did?
And you need?
Okay, is he fixed yet?
Statement. Common stay in.
Got something on?
Oh, he is fixed.
I don't want to talk about that. Maybe, but I doubt it.
Okay, no, he's still broken.
Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please ensure all receiving chambers are empty. Warning.
Well, there must be something I'm missing. Oh no.
Yes?
Jolie, no. What have I done?
I'm here.
Right, Jolie, come out of there. Thoroughly confused. There must be something around here that I'm missing.
Ready.
What?
Okay, now I've disabled the force field. I should be able to get back there. I'm going the completely wrong direction. I am lost.
Now that must have hurt. I'm here.
Powering weapon.
Now that must have hurt.
Why is he getting up in his face and shooting lightning? Oh, some credits. Yay.
Yes?
I don't know if slowing the enemy does anything that's really worth it. Does it? I was kind of hoping with the gravity thing it would be like a droid version of Force Whirlwind. Well, there was clearly like a Dark Jedi in the training room. Actually.
What?
Combat mode active! Droid efficiency at its best.
How am I missing so much?
Now that...
Broken Julie is the worst.
What? On it. Done. On it. Done.
Maybe there's something I can do at this desk here. Okay.
Master?
I'm here.
Maybe there's something she can do at this desk here. Nope. No, broken. Okay.
Yes?
There's this whole training annex, but can't really see a way in there because this is saying it's locked.
I'm here.
Yes?
Well, this was a colossal waste of time. I mean, I guess I got a level up out of it, so it wasn't that big of a waste. I'll head to the hotel, I guess. Oops, wrong one.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
You could testify it happened.
No. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Selkath don't find out about it.
Now, Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who are the witnesses?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? The Sith woman, he can't run good. No, yeah. Now. Well.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elassa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean he was having a relationship?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Okay, well, I mean, that helps. What do you know about us? What do the video Selkath know? Glupor no need to say. Glupor kill anything. Why are you in the hotel? Go to the room. Someone paid you to do something in that room. How did you know someone paid Glupor? Well, Sith Man came up to Glupor after murder, before Selkath arrived. He said he gave Glupor good money if Glupor put metal in Sith's hand. Glupor good, Glupor plant evidence and leave no trace. But Glupor not recognise Sith Man anyway. Glupor not recognise humans very well. No use to Selkath, so no bother to tell them. Well, that and the Sith Man say he killed Glupor. Glupor speaks. Oh no. Well, that might be enough. So...
You, Jedi. I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunri and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You think state secrets are for... You would have to be... Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Where'd he go? Suspicious.
Have you managed to retrieve the... Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi, as you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against... We need much in the way of supplies and material to... Manan is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway, so we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Have you not investigated?
As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but the reason we really sent that droid underwater, but now that we have the data back, I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. It has been programmed I would send soldiers to assist you, but the Sith have also... Please, find out what happened. Good luck. When you are ready, the sub will... I wish you luck.
I'm sorry. I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps. Thank you.
There doesn't appear to be anything in here for me to try and... Oh yeah, I forgot about Julie. That's gonna get annoying.
Yes?
This is an example of how broken Jolie is. Whee! Oh lord. Okay. Time thrown away.
How may I be of assistance? What is... your wish?
Oh, no, treat injury. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave the stream off here just now because that's getting quite late. I need to think about dinner and stuff. So, this is a really good one. I really enjoyed this stream. I'm definitely going to highlight the Malik fight from earlier because that was hilarious. So... Oh no, there's not enough character spaces. Well, Sandra Wright will have to do. Sandra Wright, Ace Attorney. Yeah. So it's been a good stream. Thanks everyone who came along. Sorry for the people who went to go get chocolate and then haven't come back yet. And I will catch you guys next week, since I won't be streaming at the weekend and I'm working for a little bit next week. But next week I'll carry on with this one, and then I think there's only this. And one more planet in the end, so, and then I'll look into Half-Life, maybe. That's fine, I'm logging off the now anyway, so I've got to go have dinner as well, and then I've got plans for tonight. As much as you can have plans during a lockdown, I have plans for tonight, so I'm going to leave the stream off there anyway. Thanks for coming along though, and hopefully I'll see you next stream. Bye guys!